Yeah, hi guys, welcome again to today's video. So, in today's video, we're going to be taking a little recap on what we had last week and then what we should be expecting for next week. Okay, so everyone, this is the voice of TRADEWITHWORLDBANK Bank. Welcome to this new video. Welcome also to this YouTube channel. If you are new to this YouTube channel, make sure you use the subscribe button, turn on your notification icon also to also get more notifications whenever there's a video. Okay. Now, this was where we stopped last week, Friday, or last week, whichever Friday, or whichever week. Okay. So, what were we expecting on this? We're expecting a buy from this zone as we anticipated, and I don't think. Okay, now I'm looking at this one here. Looks like it has been mitigated. Okay, so now we can still go down to the 30 minutes time frame to refine it a little bit and look for good zones to draw from. Okay, we have a beautiful zone here. Okay. So we should be anticipating a buy from there. And if market doesn't get it there, probably market doesn't want to mitigate us. Okay, since then we've got another break of structure. Markets then, we're looking at this big demand zone from the daily time frame. Okay, remember we're looking at this big demand zone here, and then we're looking forward to mitigations, and it was actually going very fine. So it's going very fine. So had mitigated, but we're looking for more ways to enter. So we had these extreme points here and other points also. We could have even used these points which got mitigated, but there are still a lot of zones there. So yeah, here. Yes. Okay, so market didn't give us that tap into our point of interest. We got another break of structure. So now we're more interested in that zone. Okay. And market didn't give us a good tapping like that. So following structure, we are still bullish and got another break of structure again. That should be the next point of interest to look forward to. Okay, because this is the break of structure there. So expecting a tap into that zone, and yeah, expecting markets to continue going bullish. Okay, still tapped into it, came back. So for those that are using pending orders, something like that, got tapped in. And so where's the target? The target should still be these resistance points here, because now it's already resistance, supply zone turned resistance already. Okay, yeah, now it has broken that structure again, and since we are still very bullish, I have multiple demand zones to look forward to. Okay, and more so, you don't just run into it. You have to use entry confirmations before before trading. Hey, sorry. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you have to use your entry confirmation before entering the mitigation. Okay, but this video is just for analysis purpose. That's why I'm doing all this. You just want to analyze what we're expecting next week, and I'm just showing you how you could have drill out your other blocks during the day. Okay, this one just went straight through. Let's see if the other zone will hold. Okay, that's where market is. So this is very beautiful. That's where the current market price is, and we're still expecting more bullish move to the upside, and then the target should be here. Since we are still bullish, target should be here. So from the period of Monday to Friday, we had just two entries, which was this one and then this one. Though remember, I don't trade all these pairs because I'm just using it for the purpose of this YouTube video. So if you are still the type that follows the analysis done here, you could have got involved in the delivery of price here and here also. This is daily demand zone. Okay, so let's check out the daily demand zone. Now you can see it's still very bullish, still holding out from the daily demand zone we have, and it's looking bullish. Okay, remember this is the overall supply zone that we've drawn as the overall targets. Excuse me. Oh, okay, this one's separate plus 5 minutes. Sorry, that one's from students. So yeah, where this is the eye we're expecting to get run. And so what should we be expecting on the this week? I'm still very bullish on this Euro USD for the throughout next week. Okay, we have supply zone here, but this one looks like it has been mitigated already. So this is the overall zone we're looking to target. Okay, what if it sells? What if it sells? Since we are inside this zone like this, and uh we have to be fluid in these markets. We have a break of structure to the downside also like this. So this is a beautiful supply zone here. That's why it is our first take profit. So when we get entry criteria at this point, we do what? We look for selling opportunities. Okay. Yeah, we look for selling opportunities. So this is what I'm expecting on Euro USD. If we get a break above this zone here, then we'll be looking at other blocks that were formed around this zone to continue the what? To continue the like this, to continue the bullish pressure to the upside. Okay. But if we get a rejection at this zone, then this is going to be our entry, depending on the type of entry criteria you use. So let's move to the next pair. Euro USD, Euro CHF. Okay. How many minutes are we now? I shouldn't use more than 10 minutes here. Okay. Let's go back in time. 2, 3, 4, 5. I think this is it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. You can see the analysis I had since last week is still what I have here. So we're expecting a tap into this POI and this extreme zone also. We're expecting that, okay, if market comes to tap into this POI, then we look for our entry criteria and then push it to the upside. Or else, if it doesn't give us our entry criteria, it might want to just go down like this, and then we look for our entry criteria, whichever entry criteria we use, and then continue delivery of price. Okay, so let's see how the markets played out very, very nicely. So markets opened, gave us this beautiful range, started ranging. Now we've gotten a break above this zone here, beautiful break of structure above here. So where's the other block that was formed before the break of structure? Should be this. We have multiple other blocks though, so you have to, use your entry criteria, whichever entry. So I might like this one. I think I like using the extreme zones, but let's just see. I don't really like setting instance by the other. I always let me delete the forecast. So yeah, so I always make sure I use my entry criteria like this because there are multiple zones to look into here, and we have imbalances, we have imbalance here, and we have imbalance here. So that's enough confidence that one of these three might hold. Okay, so depending on the entry criteria you are using, and I don't think there was any tapping, reasonable tapping. Okay, that break of structure again. At this point, I would use this one. I don't like this one here. Okay, this one has been mitigated a little bit, but still it doesn't matter to me. If I get a break of structure here, then I'll use this zone here. Okay, so let's okay, our overall target was this bearish resistance zone. Sorry, that's supply zone. Okay. Yeah. Okay, market dropped. Can see reacting a little bit to this zone, giving us almost tapping into the overall targets we're looking at. So let's go back to the 4-hour time frame to see if we over refined. No, we didn't over refine, so there's no problem with that. Okay. I didn't mean we have tapped into this zone to have been very, very beautiful, but still nothing so bad about that. This one give us the tap into it. Normally this I should be the take profit zone, so which has been hit like that. So let's see. Now I can say we are still very, very bearish now. On this 1-hour time frame, we are bearish already. So looking at this one, you have to be very, very sure and use multiple time frame confirmation before jumping into the buy. Okay, and that's where the market is currently. So what I'm expecting on this price is, since this one is a little bit choppy here and there's no even break of structure on the smaller time frame like the 15 minutes and even the 5 minutes time frame, so there is no reason to take that zone. I'm expecting this to tap into this zone. Yeah, let me delete, don't let me delete it though. Let's still leave our zones there. So I'm still bullish on this, but remember there is a bearish sign already because there's a break of structure at this point. So whenever you're looking for entry, you don't just jump into the 1 minute time frame straight on these zones. You don't just jump into the 1 minute time frame straight. You have to use different time frames for your confluence and confirmation before you can say, okay, I want to take a buy here. And for this, that's a very, very good zone. Okay, so for next week, I'm still expecting mitigations on this zone. So throughout the course of the week, there wasn't really any mitigation so far, just this little one, and take profit was not so far. And your entry or entry criteria might not even show up before running away. I'm expecting tap into this zone, or this zone, okay, depending on which one gives me entry, and then they sell from here also. It's still more like Euro USD, and then we'll sell this. Or if it breaks above this zone, gives me buy entry, breaks above this zone, then I'll be looking for that sell off also. So remember, don't just jump into the 1 minute time frame. Make sure you use different multiple time frame analysis confirmation for confluence before you enter this overall sell supply zone here, because it's a very, very big zone. So you don't just jump into the 1 minute time frame so you don't get kicked out. Then yeah, so let's check again. This is the last per Gbpjpy. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, US Gbpjpy. Our target was this high here, but we're expecting to get higher than this. Expecting to get higher than this because there's liquidity at this top that has been created. Let me go back to the 1 hour time frame. Yeah, so this was the analysis I made. Okay, this one was on Friday, last 2 weeks Friday. Then the mitigation occurred. So I was expecting a deep tap into this into this demand zone again to get mitigation and continue our buys from there. Okay, so those that took the buy here are still in profit, remember. And our first sell off zone was here, and then our second sell off zone was here, which is the supply zone. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so we didn't get a tap into this PI, and then continued having break of structures like this. Okay, so since we didn't get a tap into this zone, yeah, and once we get a tap into this zone and it gives us that rejection, then we shouldn't be looking for buy opportunities again. But let's still see if, okay, almost tapped in, almost getting to the 4-hour supply zone. Okay, tapped into the demand area, and you can see how beautiful. Yeah, so for those that will have been interested in this zone, you can see how it have profited from this demand zone that was drawn here, and beautiful mitigation happened. And this is the area of take profits. Depending on your entry criteria here, you should if you had your entry criteria, then fine. If you don't have entry criteria, then fine. Okay, so this was another entry opportunity for those that will be taking in the buys. So starting from this one here, this was the second opportunity to look for buying entries. Okay, so we're looking for that sell, but I don't think this one gave us the sell, just kept running away from the zone, and you have profited from this move though. Okay, Gbpjpy, and this is another deal. Okay, so this is the second 4 hours when we're looking to sell off from. So at that point, you'll be getting on your marks. Okay, gave us a little drop, mitigated the imbalance. So I think this one was news. The news came and yeah, so those that will have taken their sell entry, depending on whichever entry criteria they're using, that have gotten in here, probably here, using these little cells, and now we've broken above the zone again. We've broken above the zone, so we are still very, very bullish. Remember, the target is still outside these eyes there because there's liquidity on top of these eyes. There's liquidity above here, so we're expecting market to grab liquidity before anything happens. So I'm still very bullish on this. Let me take it all I have here. Yeah, so very, very bullish now that we've gotten another break of structure like this. So for those that are having difficulty in finding break of structure, finding other blocks and so on and so forth, you can see how you would have gotten an entry here, peaceful demand zone, and same thing is trying to happen here again. Remember, I don't trade this pair, so I'm just sharing it for the purpose of this YouTube channel. Gbpjpy, I'm still very bullish on it. Yeah, so I'm expecting a tap into this POI. Let me draw my yes. Let me draw my 2 there. Yeah, like that. So once you get your entry criteria, you should be ready to what? Ready to fire. Ready to fire any of these zones. Yeah. Okay, so I think that will be all for now. Yeah, still very, very bullish. You can see since then it has been going up. You have to use this zone. Yeah, but this is a demand zone. This is another block. You can see the demand zone held, the other block didn't hold. Okay, so that's the difference between demand zone and other block candle. Okay, so I'm expecting a mitigation into this zone and then a move to the upside, or if it doesn't give us entry, a mitigation into the zone and then a move to the upside. Okay, so I believe that will be all for now for this YouTube channel for today's or weekly analysis on these pairs. So Gbpjpy, I'm still bullish on it. Euro USD, I'm expecting a tap into this, which has already happened. So sell might happen. I don't know. Let's check the daily time frame. Oh, the daily is coming from a strong demand zone, so still looking so bullish also. Remember what I said, if we get an entry here, which I think market has given us the tap into it, we should be looking for buy opportunity up to this point. This is the area of take profits, and if market gives us entry to sell here, we should sell. But if the market breaks above this supply zone here, breaks above this zone like this, then we should be looking for what? Buy opportunities, because now markets will have been bullish at that point. So you look for other block that cause the break of structure to continue the move to the upside. Okay, so see you next week, guys. Let's quickly check Euro CHF also. So same thing on Euro CHF. I'm expecting entry on one of these three, depending on whichever gives me my entry criteria. But I feel this extreme should hold, but nonetheless, we don't know which is going to hold. Okay, and this is going to be our area of take profit. Remember, because now we are already shifting bearish, and if we get multiple break of structures here, it might be bearish also. Then selecting our other blocks from these zones, moving to the downside. But remember, we still have a 4-hour supply zone at that top that we're expecting to get mitigated. Okay, and it has not given us the mitigation we want, but nonetheless, we can still look for buys around it. So if market taps above this zone, we should be targeting this zone for what? To sell. And if market breaks above this supply zone, then we are structurally what? Very, very bullish. Okay, so right now the trend is still a counter trend trade and it's looking like it's bullish or looking like it's bearish. Nonetheless, nothing, we don't know. There's liquidity here also. Yeah, so nonetheless, we don't know which one is going to hold, but depending on what we can see, we are just predicting and we're expecting this move to happen. Okay, so if you have been following so far, you might have taken at least advantage of this other block here and probably this one, and on Gbpjpy also you have taken advantage of this other block here also, if you have been following, because we said we're still bullish as at last week. Okay, so I think that will be all for now. If you have enjoyed this video so far, give it a thumbs up, hit the like button. If you are new to this channel, once again, click on the subscribe and turn on notification whenever, so you get a notification whenever a video is dropped. Okay, at this point I'm going to say peace guys, I'm out.